In the walled city of Bayonne, just across the Spanish border, there stands a cathedral built by English hands over 600 years ago. Its vaults still bear the carved arms of English nobles, the Talbots, and others whose names are forgotten. But in the winter of 1814, something happened in those streets that no stone carving could explain. The Peninsular War was ending. Wellington had pushed the French army out of Spain, and Marshal Soult's forces were retreating north into France. Bayonne, which had belonged to England for 3 centuries, now lay directly in the path of the advancing British troops. The city was tense. French soldiers still occupied it. Snow lay thick on the cobblestones. Civilians huddled in their homes, uncertain which army would reach them first. What happened next depends on who you ask. The official French account claimed that British soldiers, stragglers and foragers, separated from Wellington's main force, entered the city and committed acts of violence against the civilian population. The British military records told a different story entirely. Officers insisted their men had shown restraint, that any disorder was minimal and quickly contained. But the French witnesses spoke of chaos. They described houses ransacked, goods stolen, women threatened. The numbers don't match between accounts. The timeline doesn't align. Even the names of the officers supposedly involved appear differently in French documents than in British military papers. What makes this stranger still is what happened afterward. Within weeks, the war ended. Both armies moved on. Bayonne was handed over to French control and eventually became French territory permanently. And then, almost as if by agreement, both sides stopped talking about what occurred there. French officials made no formal complaints to London. British commanders issued no public statements. It was as though both armies wanted the incident forgotten. The cathedral still stands with its English vaults and English heraldry. The cellars beneath the old houses still hold their secrets. But the truth of what happened in Bayonne that winter, whether it was a disciplined occupation or something far darker, vanished with the soldiers who marched away. So here's what I want to know. Why would both the British and French simply agree to forget? What was bad enough that 2 military powers preferred silence to accountability?